Stuffed croissants, sign me up. The viral craze has made its way to Disney World with all new sweet treats. Today, I'll be traveling all around Disney World in an attempt to try all of the new croissants. What's up, guys? I am at the Contemporary Resort to kick off this croissant crawl. Just a few weeks ago, Disney announced that they'd be debuting a new lemon meringue croissant, a peanut butter and jelly croissant, an espresso croissant, and an all-new cookie croissant. There are very few things better than a buttery, flaky croissant, so let's see if these new takes on a classic pastry make it even better. Starting right here at the Contempo Cafe. Before we pick up our cookie croissant, I do want to show you guys a look at the other pastries here at Contempo Cafe, because they are usually pretty good. So they have a regular chocolate croissant, and then they have Mickey cinnamon rolls. I've never had a cinnamon roll from here. I see our cookie croissant there, and then here are the chocolate chip cookies. These came out like, I want to say a year ago now, and they're really cool. Oh my god, they don't have them anymore. They used to have Mickey chocolate chips in them. They're gone. Now they're just regular chocolate chips and regular croissants, muffins, and that coffee cake looks good too. I cannot believe they no longer put the Mickey chips in the cookies here. That was like the whole draw. I remember when they came out, I think it was last summer, I'm pretty sure. I came over here and made a video on them because I thought it was so cool and unique that they had like chocolate chips that were actually Mickey shaped. But it looks like those days are over and they're just going plain old chocolate chunks now. But enough about the regular cookies. Let's move on to the cookie croissant, which is what we're here for. This has a chocolate chip cookie baked inside of a butter croissant for $5.29. And you guys can't even tell me this doesn't look insane. In the beginning of the month, I went over to Disney Springs because they released a cookie croissant over at Amorette's Patisserie. Tried that, my first time trying a cookie croissant, and I loved it. And I've got to say, the cookie croissant from here at the Contempo Cafe looks even better. This one here looks more like the ones you're used to seeing online. Like I said, this is a viral treat. This has been going viral all over TikTok, on Instagram. I see it everywhere. And then when Disney released their own version of it on May 1st, I was so happy. And when I saw there were all these other like new renditions of the cookie croissant around property, I knew I had to try it. And of course, we're starting with the classic, the chocolate chip cookie one, and I cannot wait to try this. What do we do first? I was tempted to like cut it in half, but I feel like I just have to go for a bite. I'm gonna get powdered sugar everywhere. That was a good first bite, and it was really tasty. However, from what I'm gathering from the first bite, it doesn't feel like the cookie dough on the inside is as gooey as the one at Amorette's and as gooey as I'd like it to be. But I want to cut into the center. Maybe that was just the first bite from the end that wasn't like that, and maybe the center is going to be a little bit more gooey. I was right. There's that gooey, underbaked center that I was looking for. You just had to get to the center to find it. Now this is going to be the bite I was looking for here. Yep, that is amazing. You can see all the chocolate and that undercooked dough just oozing out from that side as well as the back. That is fantastic. The only thing I'll say is the cookie that was baked on top is a little bit like too crunchy, a little bit too overdone. Maybe before they gave this to me, they kind of like toasted it up, and that just made the one on the outside a little bit too crispy. I wish it was a tad bit softer so it was like easier to eat, because when you crunch down on that cookie, it's a little bit too much. When you get up on that inside, oh my god. Don't worry, I will be cleaning all of this up, but you know your dessert is good when you make an absolute mess on the table. Buttery croissant pieces everywhere, powdered sugar everywhere. That's a sign of a good dessert. If you guys are hoping to get your hands on the cookie croissant from Contempo Cafe, keep in mind, they did tell me that they have been selling out daily. So if you're planning on coming a little bit later to try and pick it up, I recommend placing a mobile order for later in the day. That's what I did this morning. I kind of had a feeling that it probably is something that would sell out, because I know they have been selling out over at Amorette's as well. So another thing to keep in mind. But I placed my mobile order around like noon today for pickup. I think it's like 3-4 o'clock right now. And I was able to get it that way. So if you place your mobile order, you will be able to secure your cookie croissants. If you don't, kind of risking it. So put that mobile order in. But the all-important question is the cookie croissant from Contempo Cafe better than the cookie croissant from Emirates? And I have to say, it's pretty dang close. I feel like the croissant part of the croissant from Emirates was better quality. The actual croissant itself was so phenomenal. I feel like I could have eaten it just on its own and I would have been loving it. It was so good, so buttery, so flaky. The croissant from here at Contempo Cafe was pretty much like the classic Disney croissant that you get elsewhere. I feel like it's more like freshly made over at Emirates. It was still good, don't get me wrong. It just wasn't on the same like quality as the croissant from Emirates. But what the Contempo Cafe had going for it is the amount of cookie dough in their croissant. I feel like there was far more cookie dough. It was more stuffed than the one over at Emirates. So like I said, it's a toss-up. I really can't decide what was better. I mean, they're both good. I recommend you trying both. So if you do try both, let me know down below in the comments what you think is better. I honestly can't decide. But we have a lot more croissants to eat, so I am going to be taking the rest of mine to go in a little box, eating that later. And I wanted to check out the merch store and share a little bit of a merch hack with you guys. Buena Vista Gifts at the Contemporary Resort, I think that's what it's called, Buena Vista Gifts, I'm pretty sure, is notorious for having one of the best resort merchandise stores. And I gotta say, the selection in here is always really good. So every time I come to the Contemporary, I like to stop in, see what they got. I am looking for a couple of things, specifically that new Donald Duck line that they launched. I really like the sweatshirt. They had it like Donald through the years. It was like an old classic Mickey design, Mickey through the years, and they made it into a Donald design. They have a sweatshirt in it and it looks so awesome. I want to see if they have it in here, and then I'll show you my hack. All right, I'm seeing the classic Mickey merch over here, all of the sweatshirts, the tees, and I'm seeing all of the Stitch merch over here. Wow, they've got a lot of Stitch stuff, a whole entire area dedicated to Stitch. And then I see that, I like that Blue Spirit jersey with the flowers on it. Let me get a little bit closer to show you guys. This is new-ish, not completely new, but I love that color, it's so pretty. But I'm not seeing any Donald merch here. They do have a ton of other stuff, just no Donald, so I'll have to keep looking elsewhere. But on to my hack, and it's about this Layla perfume that you guys see right here. If you've been going to Disney World for a while, you probably know exactly what the Layla perfume is, and that is the famous perfume that fills the Norway Pavilion gift shops by Geir Ness. It smells so good. I wear this perfume every single day, and so does my mom. Everyone I know. It's like a lot of my friends that are guys even wear it. It smells fantastic. But my hack is that you can pick it up right here at the Contemporary gift store and get a discount on it. I believe if you purchase Layla from the stores in the Norway Pavilion, you get like a 10% discount, a 10% AP discount, if any. I can't remember. It's either 10% or no discount at all. But here at the Contemporary Resort store, you could get your full AP discount, which right now is 20% off. And this is not a cheap perfume, so that 20% off really, really helps. And to my cast member friends, you can also get your cast discount here at the Contemporary Resort store on the Layla perfume. So when you guys get those great cast discounts, come over here and stock up. And I am currently running low myself, so I'm gonna pick myself up a bottle. Bag secured, let's head to our next stop. Here we are at the lovely Art of Animation Resort, my alma mater. For those of you who don't know, I did my Disney College program in 2018 here at Art of Animation as a lifeguard. So it's always weird coming back here when they get a new snack to try it out. I feel like I'm like stepping back in time, stepping foot in here. But let's head into the Landscape of Flavors, the quick service restaurant here, and see if we could find the croissant that they have. It's not in this case here with all the different cupcakes and the little cakes and stuff. Let's hope it's over here. I'm hoping for some good luck. I don't know, guys. I'm not seeing it. Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. It looks like there's 4 left. We are right on time, guys. The lemon meringue croissant is here. And for those of you who are with me from my Grand Floridian video, they have High Noon here too. Guys, I am so happy I was able to find this one. This is the lemon meringue croissant, and you could find it at Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach, and All-Star Movies. Now, guys, I absolutely love lemon flavored things. If you've been around here for a while, you know my favorite dessert flavor combination is lemon blueberry. If there was some blueberry in this croissant, it would be probably even better, but I'm hoping this lemon meringue croissant pulls through. And I feel like this is one we're gonna have to cut in half here. I feel like if I just bit into it, it's not gonna do the trick. We gotta cut in half, get a cross-section shot, and see how this is looking. Well, you guys could see this one has tons of layers. It looks to be very airy, but one thing I'm noticing is it doesn't look like it has that much lemon meringue filling in it. But let's hope what it does have is really good. Let's try it out. I definitely like that. It tastes like the lemon meringue pie that my grandma used to buy from the grocery store from ShopRite. I love the little like touch of the meringue actually flambéed on top. I think that's a great touch. I really enjoy the flavor of the lemon meringue filling inside, but one bite into the half, and there's like none left in there. Like there's definitely not enough filling in this one. You could see I'm only 2 bites in, and this entire half of the croissant is left, and there's absolutely no filling in there. Just a croissant with the meringue on top. That's kind of disappointing because I really, really enjoy that flavor. I think it's really good. Honestly, I might even say the taste of this one is better than the cookie croissant, maybe just because I love lemon so much. But I can't like officially rank it above the cookie one because there's just not enough in there. Like look at this half. This half I feel like has even less filling than the first half. Okay, it turns out there's a little bit more filling hiding kind of like in the top of this croissant. So this one is more filled than the other half. And this one is definitely a lot better. I mean, this half is definitely a lot better than the first half. This is really tasty. I absolutely love this. I just love lemon. Overall, I've got to say, I was quite impressed with that croissant. I kind of expected the taste of the lemon meringue to be a little bit more artificial flavoring. I mean, I definitely don't think it's like freshly made. It does taste, like I said, like you get at the grocery store. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy the flavor of that. So I thought it was really good stuffed in a croissant and topped with that meringue. And if you're staying at Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach, or All-Star Movies, I'd say it's worth trying out. I don't know how long it's going to be here, or if these are like permanent. But it's here as of mid-May, so hopefully it sticks around for a little bit. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I just could have used more of that lemon meringue filling. But now we're gonna walk across the lake, Hourglass Lake, and head on over to Pop Century to see if hopefully, I'm really hoping they have their croissant, because their croissant sounds like it might be the best one. The reason I'm nervous that they might not have it is because I wasn't able to mobile order it on the app. I wasn't able to mobile order the one from Art of Animation either, so that's why I was like, oh my God, crossing my fingers they have it. But couldn't mobile order here either, so hopefully they just don't put it online and you just gotta walk up and get it. Let's see. And guys, I think we're in luck. I'm already seeing it. It's like a vibrant pink color, so it's standing out to me. There it is, the peanut butter and jelly croissant. Also, I feel like this is the video of updates. Look at the Dasani bottles, guys. You remember my last video of trying the worst foods in Epcot? I shouted out Dasani for their new bottles, and it looks like they're all across property. But I did see online that Dasani might have like changed their water recipe. Does water recipe make sense? The way that they do things over there, they changed. And with it, they also changed the packaging. And I was the first to report it. You heard it here first. I didn't see it anywhere, and then I saw it in person, live in person, and I was like, wow, couldn't believe it. Now it's just everywhere like that. But enough about me bragging about spotting the new Dasani first. You guys are all here to see me try this croissant. You can find this peanut butter and jelly croissant from both All-Star Sports and Pop Century. And man, does it look good, but I think this is another one that we're gonna have to cut in half to see the cross section before we can try it out. And that is an adequate amount of filling. Look how much filling is in this croissant. This looks so freaking good. But man, is this messy, guys. The frosting on the top is like a soft frosting. I kind of expected it to be like a harder, more solidified frosting, but it is just getting everywhere. But how good does that filling look? I expected it to be more of like a peanut butter mousse on the filling, and I expected the jam to be like on the top, but it looks like we've got both peanut butter mousse and jelly in here. Look, it's like coming out the bottom there. Oh my God, we gotta try this out. I am definitely gonna have to go wash my hands after this, but man, guys, this might be the best croissant yet. This is fantastic. And like I said, I expected there to be more like peanut butter mousse on the inside and less like jelly, but no, it's like honestly it's less peanut butter for sure. But I kind of prefer it. You know, like usually when you make a peanut butter and jelly, you have like way more peanut butter. Like the peanut butter to jelly ratio favors the peanut butter like way more. Here it favors the jelly. And I thought I would prefer it to favor the peanut butter. but I actually don't. I think it's the perfect ratio as it is. I feel like if there was more peanut butter in this, it would just overpower it, but it kind of tastes like a jelly donut with just the perfect amount of peanut butter, and then that flaky croissant is honestly perfect. Best croissant yet. I said it. I think that's like even better than a jelly donut, because croissants in general, I feel like I favor over donuts. I love a good croissant. Man, this was the best one of the day so far. We still have one more to try. And luckily, I brought myself plenty of napkins to this table, because this is not only the best croissant that I've tried so far, but it is also definitely the messiest. I am all unstickified. Hands are clean. Wow, guys, that croissant was so good. If you are staying at Pop Century or All Star Sports, 100% you guys have to come down and try that. Come to the food court, try it out. I believe you could use a snack credit on it, so if you're on the dining plan, definitely go get that one. It was fantastic. And the amount of filling in there, it was a little overboard, but it was perfect. It was just oozing out. It was amazing. That was the amount of filling that I was looking for in the lemon meringue croissant that it didn't have. So maybe it was just an off day for the lemon one. They just didn't fill it as much as they usually do. That's what I'm hoping for, because the flavor was great. But this peanut butter and jelly one, chef's kiss. On to the next. Our final croissant stop of the day brings us to Port Orleans French Quarter for an espresso. I almost said espresso martini croissant, but no, an espresso croissant. And I'm going to resist the urge to purchase beignets today. We're just sticking to this croissant for now, which is very difficult for me to do. It is very hard to come to Port Orleans and not get beignets, because they are really one of my favorite Disney snacks. But you can find this espresso croissant here at French Quarter, around the corner at Port Orleans Riverside, as well as at All Star Music. You can just smell the espresso coming off of this croissant. It smells so good. Like any coffee lover, you know what smell I'm talking about. I feel like it has just become customary at this point to cut our croissants in half. So we will go ahead and do that to see our espresso cross section. And this one already looks like it is filled with tons and tons of what I'm assuming is like espresso cream. And when you cut this open, it seriously smells just like a Starbucks. Like, you know when you walk into a Starbucks and you're just smacked in the face with that coffee scent? That is what I'm getting right now, and I'm definitely not mad about it. Let's try this out. Wow. I can't tell if I like that or not. At first it was like fantastic. And then as I kept chewing it, I'm like, wait a minute. The cream inside almost tastes like a cream cheese. Like an espresso flavored cream cheese frosting, and not like a mousse. Like it's very, very thick and very almost cheesy. It's giving me cream cheese vibes. I'm not sure if it really is cream cheese, but that's what I'm getting. And other than that, that's like pretty much all this croissant has going for it. I wish maybe it was like a mocha croissant, so that way it like had the chocolate flavor mixed in with that coffee. I feel like this espresso is almost like it's too much. Like, you know, there's too much frosting in here. Let me try another bite. At first you're like, oh yeah, that's good. And then you keep chewing it, you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I like this, guys. I just don't think that cream cheesy flavor goes well with the coffee. Oh my God. A palm from this palm tree just like snapped off and is now about to fall. What in the world? That was literally so random. I don't know if you could hear it in this video or not, but that was crazy. Okay, back to the croissant. I'm just thinking it's like too rich for me. Very, very rich, very filling, very, very heavy. I don't dig it. I'm real shocked I didn't like this. I thought for sure I would really enjoy it. You guys know me. I love my espresso martinis, so I thought this would kind of be real good, but it's just not for me. If I'm coming to Port Orleans, I would definitely stick with just getting the classic, the Mickey beignets. Wouldn't get this one again here. Well, our croissant tour has been completed. I was on the phone with my friend Juliet, and she's like, you know how weird it is that you're saying your job right now is to go around to all these different resorts and just try their croissants? And I'm like, That is real weird when you put it that way, but I love it and I wouldn't want to be doing anything else. So shout out to all of you guys for letting this be my job and letting me go around and try these different croissants for you guys. It was a great time, but we are not done yet. I can't come to Port Orleans without getting beignets and gumbo. I gotta get one or the other. The gumbo from here at the quick service at Riverside and French Quarter is my all-time favorite quick service meal. It is so, so good. Like I said, I gotta get either beignets or gumbo every single time I come. On a good day, I'll get both. But today we've had so many sweets. I'm sweeted out. It's about dinner time. It's like 6:30 now, so let's go get some gumbo. Ooh, but what is this, guys? Pork sisig noodles. Oh my God, that sounds so good. Citrus roasted pork with lo mein noodles, onions, peppers, chilies, and ginger butter sauce. $13.49. How good does that go? God, oh my gosh. My first time ever having pork sisig was over in Disney California Adventure. They had a pork sisig burrito and I loved it. And everyone was telling me I gotta try like a more traditional version. I'm assuming this is probably like more Americanized and stuff because we are here at a quick service, but it looks really, really good. I'm really tempted to get it, but I cannot steer away from the gumbo. Maybe if I still have room for more after the gumbo, I'll come back and get this. But right now my eyes are on the prize. When you guys come into the food court here at Port Orleans, you'll see all of these different stations. And then over here is where all of the good stuff is. The gumbo, the jambalaya, all of the more traditional New Orleans foods. And every time I mention the jambalaya and the gumbo here, everyone gets really confused because for some reason they don't let you mobile order this stuff. Like you cannot mobile order gumbo or jambalaya. I wonder why. You have to actually come in and pick it up. But don't worry, everyone always gets a little nervous because they're like, wait, I don't see it on the menu. But no, it's actually here. You just have to order it in person for some reason. Here we have the jambalaya, and in that pot, oh look, we're getting a fresh pot. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Back at the same table to enjoy our gumbo. And I gotta say, the gumbo doesn't like look that appetizing, but trust me, the taste is amazing. The first time I ever got the gumbo here, I got like packets of pepper and hot sauce. I'm like, surely it's gonna need it. It never needs it. This is a dish that is so well seasoned every single time, and I am in no way claiming that this is any traditional New Orleans style gumbo. That's not what I'm saying. But does it taste good? Yes. Tons of andouille sausage in there. We've got those juicy, tender chicken thighs in that spicy, savory stew. Too good. And while we're on the topic of gumbo, let's talk about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Just, I think yesterday actually, they announced that they were going to temporarily have Tiana's beignets in the park when the attraction opens in June. They are gonna have them at Golden Oak Outpost as well as Friar's Nook in Fantasyland. I don't know why, it's kind of random. And I was really hoping for an announcement that they were going to have a Tiana restaurant in Magic Kingdom. I absolutely love the gumbo that they have here at Disney World. I also love the jambalaya here. Like if you don't like gumbo, the jambalaya here is excellent as well. I obviously love the Mickey beignets, so I'm hoping these Tiana ones are even better. They're gonna have honey and powdered sugar on it. Very excited, but I was really hoping that Tiana would have her own restaurant in Magic Kingdom. Whether they were going to convert Pecos to Tiana's, I would be very happy about that because Pecos has gone so downhill recently. I would be really happy with a change, whether they changed Pecos or Tortuga Tavern, or if they just made a new restaurant kind of closer to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. I would love to have some gumbo, some jambalaya, some beignets permanently in Magic Kingdom. That would be the dream. But for now, I will just have to come to Port Orleans to get my fix. But who knows, maybe they'll announce something a little bit later. Keeping our fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for Tiana's restaurant in MK. That is going to do it for us on our croissant crawl. It turned out to be a great day. Tried so many good new foods. Let me know down below in the comments which of the croissants that I tried today that you want to try the most. Thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.